and root bridge and identify the root port opposite to root port. This one is the root bridge we had a discuss about, and these are the designated port, and one more port is the blacking port. And today we have a lab for this verification for which we have a different versions here: CST, PVST, PVST plus, and these are the STP states. Up to here, anyone having any doubt? Guys, anyone having doubt or not? Will you start?
Let's go.
See, same topology I'm taking here, and one of the root bridge, and apart from these are the non-root bridges. Before that, I'll show you the verification. First, here I'm taking one switch, and here one more switch. Here one more switch, and first we'll check. First of all, we'll check before that any STP convergence is there or not before connectivity. By default, there we have any. How we'll check? With the help of show spanning tree. With this command, no spanning tree instances exist. We haven't any instances exist in this topology. Okay. It will be taking time because of here disabled state, then disabled to learning, listening, and forwarding. Those states it will be follow. And listening, learning 15 seconds, 15 seconds. Forwarding, it will take 20 seconds. Up to STP establishing for timing, it's 30 seconds it will be take. STP convergence timing is minimum 30 to 50 seconds. Now check show spanning tree. Now we had a spanning tree. Earlier we don't have. Once the connectivity established, then these are switches move from listening, learning, and forwarding. See, and now forwarding state. I will check wait. Physically, I'm turn off the switch. Then I'll show you. And it's not showing. Router will show. I'll show. These are the ports. 8 ports. 6 plus 6 12 and 6 plus 6 12. 24 ports are there, and one more console port for the physical connectivity, and these are the different ports. Okay, here not showing, leave it. So spanning tree, what I plan to show you here, how it will be moved to the listening, learning, and forwarding state, that I am planning to show you. Now I'll shut down the port, interface, past Ethernet, and 0 by 1 shut down. Just if shut down the port means it's shut down that. No, no shutdown. No shutdown. Just this command will shut it up, and check here now. Show spanning tree. Now it is learning state, listening state. Now it will be moved to the listening state only. It will be take 15 seconds. and learning now it will be moved to the 15 seconds, and learning state only still check here, still learning state, LRN learning state and forwarding state. Let's came up check. It's taken 30 seconds. Understood? Now I'll explain you now what is the whichever configuration is there. Just go through it. It's spanning tree protocol, IEEE standard, 802.1d, and it's a priority 32768 actual priority. Why it is showing 9? Actual priority is 32768, but it here showing 9. The because of this VLAN plus 1. Plus 1 is that VLAN 32768 plus 1. That is the reason it's showing. And here cost because of the bandwidth is of this port 100 Mbps. That is the reason cost is showing 19. STP cost is 19, and the port is 1 where we are enable this at only one port is there. That is the reason it's showing the one port, and this is the not a root bridge. Root bridge configuration is this one. Whichever established switch, this one switch is the bridge switch is this one. Bridge switch. Root bridge is that our root, whichever our switch. I think this one will check. Root bridge criteria will be election will be how it will be happen. Anyone can explain, please.
Like lower MAC address.
Before that, what it will be checked?
Priority.
Priority.
Yeah, least priority. See, and this bridge is a root. This bridge is a root. Understood? And this is the same information. We have a root bridge having their own information here. And hello timer every 2 seconds BPDU packets will be sent. If the link will dead, it will be wait for up to max age 20 seconds, and forwarding it will be 15 seconds. Once that link will be moved down, it will be taken 15 seconds. Whichever it will be take 15 seconds time on it. Now here we no need a STP because only we have a one link connectivity. Here we require a STP. Now election will be happen here. That is the reason it is taken time. Listening, learning, then forwarding state. One port will be blocking state after then. Learning, listening, after then first disable state, nothing is there, then listening state, then learning state. Both are 15 seconds, 15 seconds, and after then it will be moved to the 15. Anyone having any queries? So spanning tree, now check. It is game. 2 ports we have, 1 and 2nd port, and this switch is a root. That is the reason those are designated ports. Designated ports. Designated opposite to root port. So spanning tree. See, root port. One is root port and one is blocking. Alternate. Rule is alternate and state alternate in the sense if this port went down, then it will move to the come to the forwarding state like root port. It will be alternate. Alternate move promoted to root port. We'll check it. How will config T, then interface fast Ethernet 0 by 1 and let's use shutdown command and check here. Show spanning tree. Listening, show spanning tree. Listening still, show spanning tree. Listening still, 15 seconds it will take. Listening, listening, listening state. Still learning, sorry, learning state came. After 15 seconds, it will be take 15 seconds, another 15 seconds. Listening. Before listening and learning, we have a blocking state, right? That it will be take maybe 20 seconds. That's what that's the reason the convergence is STP convergence is like 50 seconds, 40 to 50 seconds. It will be varying on depending on switches. If you are Google it also, you will get same thing. 15 seconds before that disable state is 20 seconds you can, and after then listening 20 seconds and learning 20 seconds, and then it will be moved to the forwarding state. Forwarding state only having the access to forward BPDU packets. Now listening state, it will now move to the sorry. So we'll configure again, roll it back. Interface past Ethernet 0/2. It will be roll it back or not, will check. No, shutdown. No, yeah, different. Interface fast Ethernet 0/1 port, not 2. No, shutdown. Just use the command. Now check. Show spanning tree. It will be roll it back or not, will check. Listening, 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 still listening, still listening, still listening, still listening, still listening, learning, then learning, 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 forwarding. Now came to forwarding, and this bridge is a non-root bridge, non-root switch, and this switch is the now it roll back to F0/0. Earlier also it's blocking, now also it's blocking based on the port priority. Based on port priority, its port priority is 1, and this port priority is, sorry, this one is 1 and this one is 2. That is the reason. And till up to convergence timing, states and roles, whichever rule here, designated port, learning port, learning, listening, the states. Apart from that, here we have a designated port and root port and alternate port. Any doubts to here?
No,
Good. Thank you for confirmation. Oh, we'll take a different topology now. In this topology, how the election will be happen? We'll check 1 and 2 and 3 switches I'm taking here, and we'll check enable to spanning tree. Spanning tree by default enabled. If you want to disable, I'll show you how will disable. If disable, what will happen? I will show you. Learning, and here I'll take for that. If I want to disable, I'll take a 2 pieces before that. Okay, now we'll later will just I'm taking 2 pieces. I haven't configured anything. Just and we'll check here convergence of STP. This bridge is a root bridge, right? This bridge is a root bridge. How many are okay with that? Ajay, everyone is okay? This bridge is a root bridge, I'm saying.
Yes, sir. We'll know by
Yes.
one.
Yes, this bridge is root bridge.
Road bridge.
Everyone is saying, right?
Yes.
Okay. Shashidhar?
Yeah. I don't think so. That
Abhinav,
is the root.
Abhinav, Pavan, Sai Sri, Udita, Yamuna. This bridge is a root bridge. This bridge is a root bridge. I am taking here switch 2 convert. See, this is the switch 2 only. I'm taking switch 2. Here configuration is happen. Now again checks. Sorry. Here, why you saying this switch is a root switch? How you are saying?
Priority number dot one.
Check
128.
priority number. Priority number check.
Yes.
Check the priority number.
128.1.
This is a root priority. These all are root
Okay.
priority.
32769 is the priority number.
Fine. It's a priority plus MAC address. It will be checked.
MAC address 0003. First 4 digits.
Fine. All are agree with this? This switch is a root switch. And what is the difference? This configuration and this is the earlier I said this is a root switch, and now I'm showing you different switch configuration. Any difference is there? Just check it. Any difference? Leave it the MAC addresses, both are different, and any difference in this configuration and in this configuration, any difference?
Both the ports are designated there, and here one is designated port and other is root. So this is not the root bridge.
Which one is a not a root bridge? This one. You
Left
mean to
one,
say?
yes.
Yeah, switch 2 is a
Switch
not
to.
a. Okay, fine. Apart from that, you have said this one. Okay, fine, good. Apart from that, any changes in this configuration and in this configuration? Have you gone through?
In the switch one, it says this bridge is the root.
Fine. I'm expecting that thing only. Everyone got?
Yeah.
Wait. Sorry. See. Here it's not showing. These are the different LANs, and these switches are even though different LAN. I'm showing this configuration, but we'll check which one is the root bridge. Anyone tell? This is a not a root bridge. Apart from that, can you assume, can you just think which one is the root bridge apart from this? In these three switches, in these three LAN switches, switch 3. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it cannot have a blocking port.
Nice.
And switch 4 has one blocked port. So.
Good. Nice. Nice. Enable show spanning tree. Yes. And MAC address also same. Both are. Both are designated port. This designated port and this one also designated port. But here one is the designated port and one is the alternate port. This one is the alternate port and this one is the designated port. Yeah. Sorry, one is the designated port. This one designated port. I'll try to write it here. DP. Here, which port it will be?
Root port.
Root
Yes, good. This one DP.
blocking.
And even one switch, we have only one RP, not more than that. And this is blocking. And this one,
Root port.
Root port.
good. We'll check it now. This one is blocking, and apart from that, F0 by 1, it's blocking exactly. And here we have a root port, this one. Understood? This is the alternate port. Status is blocking. Port name will call it as a alternate. And the root bridge is this one, the MAC address. In your topology, in your LAN side, only one switch is a root bridge, whichever root bridge. Only one switch is that is the root switch. That will be send the BPDUs to everyone, every switch. This is a root switch. We'll change to configuration. We'll shut down the STP. Now we'll check what will happen if we'll shut down the STP. Spanning tree, just by default, it will be VLAN 1. No, just say this command. Then check spanning, show spanning tree. No spanning tree. No. This port is now shut down. Now check what will happen if I am not if I am using no spanning tree. They came up. All the ports are up only. Till we haven't originated any traffic. That is the reason nothing will happen here. Now check. What will check? Show spanning tree. Nothing will happen. Connectivity done, and I haven't originate anything in traffic. Just I'll give the IP address. Now check. Only I have given the IP address. Then what happened? Every port is dancing. Now loop will be happen here. If you try to ping at same network, both are same network, no need to give a default gateway also. Try to ping 192.168.1.1. Loop will be happen. No, not ping. It will be won't ping. Then I'll roll it back. No, not ping. You can check again if you want. The loop is originated here. The loop is happen here. My screen is visible to everyone, right?
Yes.
Yes.
The ports are showing dancing.
Yes.
How we will enable? Just enable VLAN 1. By default, VLAN 1 is available. Now check all ports are went on. See how to configure every switch. Spanning tree VLAN 1. Spanning tree VLAN 1. Election will be happen again. It will be take 40 seconds. So spanning tree. Show spanning trees. Show spanning tree. Now check listening and one port is blocking. Which port? 0 by 1 is blocking again, and this port elections will happen. Now one port is blocking, and if 02 it's came to forwarding and forwarding. And this is a host user port 0 by 3, and this is the blocking this port, and this one is the forwarding state. We'll check now those are pinging or not. We'll check. Now it's pinging. Whenever the loop occurred, that time won't ping. Check the result. Now it is pinging the same lab. That is the reason we should have to enable the STP. If we have redundant path, if we don't have, no need. Any doubt till? Fine. Do this lab. And here one more option we have. At end side, we required a learning and listening states. This port required learning and listening state for this port, because here election is happening in learning and listening in that ports. The election like which one is the root port, root bridge, and after then which one is the root port, after then it will be which one is the designated port. It will be happen in learning listening states. It will be election will be done in learning listening states only. It is required for this port also. It's a host only, so not required. So if you want to fast convergence for this switch, this host, for end host, we have a port fast configuration, port fast future. For fast convergence purpose, we have a port fast. Understood? I'm repeating again. And this host here, our server is there. This is a host access port. Access port will carry the VLAN info, only one VLAN information. They will configure as a host, whichever end user. Apart from that, we have a server. If we have a some Wi-Fi devices, otherwise we have a some different kind of devices. It's L1 devices kind of thing. You can assume those port not required for the spanning tree, learning listening state. So we have a future port fast. How we'll enable that? Interface fast Ethernet 0 by 3. Just move to the there, and if you don't have idea to check, then spanning tree, and then give a question mark. And here we have enable an interface to move directly to forwarding and link up. Got it? Once you enable port fast, that it will be moved to the directly forwarding state. Some error came. If you are enabling port fast, those will be in access mode on access port only. Like we have hubs, bridges on once you enable port. have effect when the interface is non-trunk port only, and this will be effect at only non-trunk. In the non-trunk in the sense, non-trunking in the sense, trunking opposite port is
Access.
good, access port. You should have to enable in access ports only for this. Now what we'll do, first shut down this port, then the port went down. I am using I know shutdown. It will be immediately come. Check. Immediately came, but I'll show you for in this interface. Interface fast Ethernet 0/3. I'm using shutdown command. Again, I'm showing shutdown. The status is shutdown now. I'm using no shutdown, but it is taking time. Check. Orange color. But for this port, it came without learning listening states. For fast convergence, we are using port fast feature. Here I'm doing again. Shutdown and no shutdown. This came fast. For fast convergence, we are using port fast feature. And here we can change priority for this interface, whichever if we required, like priority if I am using in this range, and priority range also we have to take whichever we want. It won't take this range. We should have to take it will be allow for if I am giving 100, it won't take. It will be add like 4096 plus 4096 8192, like I'm showing. Where is my pencil? See, 4096 plus 4096. The value come, then 8192, then again 4096. The value will come is equals to 12288. Then again 4096, then value come like this. Place, add and place. In this range only we can configure. Our by default range is this one. By default switch priority is this one. If you want to increase the priority, because I don't want to election to that switch to I don't want that switch to election to the root bridge, then I will just give the increase the priority, then it won't elected. It won't come to elected, because based on priority plus MAC address only it will be elected as a root bridge. It will be elected based on priority plus MAC address. If I increase the priority, it won't elect. It won't participate the election. When I'll decrease the value at 4096. 4096. Wait. Now came to this bridge is a root. Wait. It will be moved to the. Now check. For 30 seconds, it will be take time. Now all the 4 ports are designated ports. Understood. Any doubts till up to here? Pawan, why this switch came to as a root bridge? Why it is elected as a root bridge?
Priority.
What I did for priority? Can you tell me the command? Okay, which VLAN I configured the priority? Which VLAN I changed the priority? Pawan, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Just tell me what I did. Any change configuration? I changed the priority. Good. Which VLAN I changed to priority? Then it will become to the root bridge. It is elected as a root bridge. Yamuna?
Yes, buddy.
Yeah, what I did here, it is elected as a root bridge. Saisri? Actually, you are?
I'm just saying
Yes.
because I'm not getting as I missed the previous classes. I'm trying to
Okay, I'm
understand.
not asking about the previous classes, Yamuna. I'm asking about the present class. Just 3 minutes before. Just 3
Yeah,
minutes.
I got you. I'm listening everything, but I'm not understanding anything because
Okay, what I
totally.
did. Okay, fine. What I did here to change this priority. Just focus on it and go through previous videos. Saisri, can you answer it?
Yes. You added the priority every time you change the priority.
What I changed, how I changed the priority.
That's $99.75 per day for 13 days at 5.875.
Okay.
Configure
Who,
switch as root.
Yes.
Shashidhar, I hope you will give the answer, I think.
Yeah, you
Shashidhar?
went to the configuration
Okay.
and you changed the VLAN 1 because the defaultly class like VLAN 1
Yes.
and you change the priority level. Like which one, first of all, you went, which one is a root bridge? You change that one to like it is not a root bridge
Mhm.
and it's automatically changed, right? Because
Automatically changed. I
STP,
changed. Who changed?
I
Automatically.
means VLAN 1. VLAN 1, you change like VLAN 1, like no spanning tree VLAN 1.
Then
Mm, that's it, right? Is it like
I went to the spanning tree
spanning
configuration.
tree? Yes, for
They,
spanning tree VLAN 1.
this
Yeah,
command I
priority.
used.
Yeah,
Final
same
command
thing.
is spanning tree VLAN 1. Then after then priority I changed to 327682 4096. I changed this priority. Oh, appreciate it. Oh, you have
To add
good.
the,
Yes, yes.
to change, adding.
Fine. Anyone having any queries up to here?
I have a doubt. Did you add 4096 to 32768 or did you make it from 32768 to 4096?
Exactly. I did change it to 327682 to 4096. You can check here. The priority
So-
earlier Here, tell me.
You didn't add it, right? You just made the final priority as 4096, which is the least.
Yes, which one is the least? I haven't added it. If I will add it, it won't elected as the, it will be increased. By default priority is 32768. If I change to, if I'll add some more priority, it won't elected as a root bridge. It won't participate on the root bridge election. If you'll add it, if I'll decrease the priority, then only it will be elected as a root bridge based on priority.
Okay.
Right. These bridges earlier, this switch is the root switch. So spanning tree. Now it is moved to the non-root bridge. You can check. Earlier it was a, this bridge is a root based on MAC address. Based on MAC address, it was a root bridge. Because of priority is tie, then it will be moved to the MAC address. MAC address, every device having unique MAC address. It will be whichever the least MAC address, that will be elected as a root bridge. Okay, I'm taking one more if topology here. Whichever in our documents, this kind of topology, high-end configuration. One switch and because see up to here, this switch we cannot check the cost. Here also 19 and here also 19 and this one also 19. If the switch, if originating some traffic up to here to here, it will be like root bridge, whichever root bridge is there. If you want to go 936 38, sorry 38, and that is the reason port went down, and here 19 fastest path, it will be set the RP root port. Don't confuse it. This configuration is like earlier the, not now, or whichever designated port and designated port. Earlier this bridge is that the our root bridge. That is the reason. I'll change, make it to change, then no confusion. How to change? Config T, spanning tree, VLAN 1, then priority, then 3,
priority
2,
number
6, 7, 8.
8.
Sorry, 32768. 32768. So spanning tree, rollback it will be take. So spanning tree, for convergence it will be take 30 seconds. So spanning tree, designated port, all are designated port. Now it went to the blocking state. Earlier all are designated ports only. Now check again. So spanning tree, one is the blocking port, blocking. See now DP and DP opposite to RP, and DP opposite to RP, and the convergence part, it will be now only it is came. And one now election will be happen in these two ports only. For this port or this port, the based on port priority, it will be elected. And here you can check likewise. Here is whichever the least port, that will be moved to the block, like blocking port. And which one is the least, that will be moved to the not blocking forward designated, and which one is the higher, that will be moved to the blocking. And that will be happen based on the MAC details also. Switch MAC details, how will check? Show version, the switch MAC details is, can calculate 000009. And this switch, because leave it this switch, this is a root bridge, one is the alternate port we want to check, that is the reason I'm checking. Show spanning tree. See 005. Show version. Here also you can check it, even though no issue, but in switch version you can check the proper way. 0005. But this switch MAC address is 009.
09.
Which one is the least? This one or this one? Ground port is higher, that is the reason the port went to black. Understood? The port went to blocking state, this port, because based on priority. If wait, I'll show you in one more topology, you'll get in. Enabled, and the cost is 19 here, the cost is 19 here, the cost is 19 here, and this cost is 19 here, this cost also 19 here. Now I think this bridge is elected as a root bridge. We'll check. So spanning tree, still election is happening. No, it haven't elected as a root bridge. So we have to check this whichever this MAC address having, that switch will be root switch. Whichever this MAC having, whichever this MAC having, that switch as a root switch. Maybe this switch root bridge, you can assume it will be happen or not. Maybe I can check, go through this switch.
No need.
No need. Why?
Because the opposite port is a blocking port. It has to be root port. Or yeah.
This port is a root. This switch is a root switch. How I am telling? I haven't checked the configuration. Just I check the MAC address details. If I have MAC address details here 0002, just check here 002. That is the reason I am telling the MAC. This switch is a show spanning tree. This switch is the root switch. For our reference purpose, I am taking here likewise. For better understanding purpose. Cost is every switch having cost is. If I want to go to root bridge, how much my cost is there? I will check likewise. Enable show spanning tree. If you have multiple, the cost is like 38. Why? 19 plus 19, 38. If I want to go here to root bridge, we have a cost 19 plus 19 plus 19. Understood? This is the cost 38 and this one cost is 47. Right?
Isn't it 57?
Sorry, I'm weak in mathematics. Sometime I will give likewise if you are focusing or not. Then which one is least that is elected as a best path as that root port? Now we'll check which one is a DP, which one is that. Now you tell me right here. These ports are which ports?
DPs. Signature port.
Okay, fine. This one?
Same. DP.
Okay, fine. And these are these
Root port.
ports. And this one?
Root port.
Who answered it? It's still. Okay. Saisri, can you tell me these ports are? This port and this port.
Root
Sorry?
switch 6 is DP, switch 8 B blocking port.
Now here tell me. This port is which port?
That one, it's our root port.
Root RP. Okay, fine. Pawan, is it right? This port is RP. Pawan,
Root port.
this one is root
No.
port. Everyone agree with that?
No,
What's DP?
No, it is
it's
DP.
DP. Because either it should be either one port one time, like either once if it's there is in any other root port, the other port might be a different one. Must be
One. This one, wait.
designation port.
Udita? Udita, this port is the
DP.
okay, fine. Yamuna, is it correct? It's a DP port. Is it correct? Yamuna,
Yeah, I'm there.
is it DP or this port? No, I'm asking about this port. Is it DP or which port?
DP.
DP. Why? Why DP? Why not RP?
Because of
Because of
Because that the opposite one is the RP one.
fine. Okay. In one switch, we have only one RP, not more than that. Either it is DP, either it is blocking state.
Hot.
Fine. And this port is wait. We have a switch 6. Here, switch 6. This port I am asking about this port.
It's RP.
RP. Fine. And what about this port? What about this port?
R
RP.
RP.
This port also RP. And why it went move to the blocking port? We'll check. Blocking port. We'll check now. Everyone got it right?
Yes.
Fine.
Root port.
Alternate port. Check here for this switch. As I told you, here to here 38 cost and here to here 38 cost. That is the reason it won't selected as a these ports. It won't selected as a road ports. Now it will be check based on switch MAC details also. It will be moved to the blocking state for these ports. So spanning tree. The reason is the cost is 38 and I want to reach the designated port. The cost is 38 for this path and this path, and we should have to check this MAC address of this switch, which one is least. The switch MAC address is C. It means up to 10 is 10, 11, 10 is a 11 is 11, 12, the 0, 0, 0, 12 in the sense. And here you can check this is the D. That is the reason. And why it will be moved to this port only? Why not this port? We'll check based on why this port only, why not this port likewise. Based on this port. So a port is like a root port is the root port is this one forwarding, and this also designated port DP. This one is DP. And based on the details of port that will be moved to the designated port. It will be checked port priority also. later after spanning tree. After MAC address, it will be checked likewise. Good. Till now, anyone having any doubts on these three topologies? If you have any doubts, means we'll end up the session now. We'll meet tomorrow because 1 hour over. Tomorrow we have like RSTP, MSTP, and Ether channel. The basic concept, the here in CCNA, the basic required thing is required, needed for the basic details for the why we need a RSTP, why we need a MSTP, and what is the requirement for the Ether channel. We'll discuss. If we have time, we'll do lab also tomorrow itself and do practice up to here. Okay, everyone.
Okay, sir.
Fine. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
okay.
you for confirmation.
Thank you.
Oh, okay, great day. Bye, everyone. Anyone have any questions? Wait, I'm stop the recording. Then ask if you have any questions.